Hello babes, welcome to ZAVANS Angle. I'm super excited this week. Don't worry, as usual, we're going to have an amazing time in this week's episode. Why am I excited? It's because last week, did you watch my video? If you don't watch my video, just go ahead and watch last week's video. I had the opportunity to go to some states in Nigeria, and I'm grateful to God for bringing me back home safely. And yeah, just go and watch my video. I visited Ekiti, Ondo, Oshun, and yeah, the usual Lagos. I know it's a Nigerian tour, but the Oyibo ones will come as well. I've been to some and I will go to more. So now I'm always all about Nigeria. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and let's go right straight into this video. Alright guys, so the topic for today is drug addiction. It's a very personal topic to me. Let's have this conversation today. Go to my comment section and share your opinion on what is drug addiction. Drug addiction is a complex and chronic brain disease. Yes, it's a brain disease. You have loss of control over the drugs you use. Drugs are classified into three actually. You have the medicinal drugs, you have the illicit drugs, and you have the recreational drugs. Now, the medicinal drugs, you have the one from the counter where the doctor gives you. There's some prescriptions as well, that maybe for painkillers, for some infection, if you do surgery. I personally, they gave me this drug, and to be honest, I still remember this drug, and it's been about 10 years plus. So there are some like drugs that make you like want to be like, I want more of these drugs. We have the illicit drugs where you have the street drugs, cocaine, heroin, and all those ref, all those things people take. You don't go to the hospital to get it. Maybe a friend or one seller just gives you. And then you have the recreational drugs, you have the alcohol, you have the cigarettes, tobacco, and you have caffeine. This addiction could come in like three types, and two of these types are actually like when you're dependent on someone. So the first one is physical dependency, where you always need someone around you. You do not ever want to be alone. You're always calling people, oh, come and visit me, oh, this one, that, or you just want to be around people, and you'll be encouraging those people to actually like join you to take these drugs. And then you have the emotional dependency, where you just either you're a man and you always want like a girl around, like you have that your babe, that one babe, you always want her around you. If she now goes out now, you are jealous. Before you know, you start beating her. So these drugs can actually like make you do like things you really in your sane self you would not want to do. And then you have the last one, when you start acting irrational, you start treating people badly, you start talking anyhow, your actions are just weird, you start making people feel sad, feel like you're like, what kind of person talks like this? I talked about these drugs and I mentioned alcohol, I mentioned caffeine, I talked about over-the-counter drugs. These drugs are not bad. So I'm not saying that all drugs are bad. Some drugs are actually like needed. You can casually take alcohol, to be honest, but do not get to the stage where you're going to be dependent on it. That's where I'm going to talk about stages next. And then do not take coffee to the extent like, oh, if I don't take coffee today, oh, I'm going to die. Like, there are people that actually live their lives like this, and caffeine is, over the long run, is not actually like good for you. And you have the marijuana and everything. So let's just go straight to the stages. So the stages of addiction, the first stage is experimental. You just want to like try it. I know some people just wanted to try marijuana or something. To be honest, personally, I think if you want to say, okay, let me just try this for the first time and I'm not going to do it again. But if you know yourself deep down, like, don't do it. Your keywords should be responsibility and discipline. If you're not disciplined, if you know you can't discipline yourself, you don't have self-discipline, and you don't have the strength to be responsible, you know yourself that you're not that responsible, don't do drugs. Try alcohol if you want to try alcohol. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think that first trying is going to make you an addict. Do not go ahead and say you want to try cocaine. I have never tried it. I will never say, oh, I want to go and try it. In school, so one boy just come with you, oh, guy, I have this. Or you go to the club and someone say, oh, guy, I have this. Do you want to try? Why do you want to experiment? What's this? Someone will just give you something. Before you know, you end up in the hospital, maybe liver, maybe kidney. I do not advise anyone to like go ahead and try this drug for fun. So next is the social use. Like you're just like, oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends, I'm going to take it. You can take alcohol socially with your friends, but do not take it continuously. Do not take cigarettes. We know the packet is there. There's cancer. There's a lot of issues with this thing. Do not go ahead and take oxy on your own. Social use, the only accepted, to be honest, the only accepted social is you drinking alcohol socially. Like, and not every time. And don't overdo it. That same night, you will drink champagne, drink wine, drink liquor. No, just calm down. It's not enjoyment. The next stage is problematic use. Problematic is you have a painkiller for your this thing and you are done with that, taking that drug. And then you're going back again to say, let me go back there and buy that same drug. Oh, let me beg the doctor. Let me bribe the doctor. Let them give me. Oh, let me. I know a friend that is a pharmacist. Please, doctors and pharmacists, actually, like, help us and do not give people these drugs, to be honest, like without prescriptions. Problematic is you just go, okay, no, I want to take it, I want to take it, I want to take it. You're always like there. Oh, let me buy. Hey, I've not taken this thing today. You remember it like a date. Hey, I've not taken this today. Now the next stage is dependence. The dependent stage is worse than problematic. Problematic is that you're taking it, but if you don't take it, at least hey, you'll be thinking about it, but your mind there. The dependence is that if you don't take it, your day cannot start. If you don't take it, you can't go to bed and sleep. What kind of life is that? That is very, very, I feel very bad for people that if you enter this stage of dependence, like, oh, I must go and smoke. Even tobacco. I know people that take like 12, 20 in a day. You must, if they don't take it, their body, the hot Abuja weather, the hot weather, this person be like, oh, I must take. So please, I'm using God to beg you people, like, please, especially those that are coming up, do not think that there's anything much to this, and please do not take drugs. Now lastly is the stage of addiction. Addiction, at this point, you're forgetting yourself. You're just probably roaming on the streets. You're just weird. You don't even know what you're doing. You might think you're living your life. In short, some of them, they will trek from where they are. Those that are addicted to like heroin, cocaine, all those weird ones, they'll be on the streets everywhere. And those ones, they're actually like, these two ones I mentioned, that they're actually like fast to get to you. Like if you're like taking a concern, you go trek, long trek, go Medjugorje, go from, imagine you're trekking 1 hour to where barefoot, and then you're coming back. You actually like see people like this on the road, but you don't even know that it's because of drugs they are like this on the road. And to be honest, if not that, I recently heard a story of someone I've been seeing in my estate, like your drumming. I just heard that, oh, it's drugs, and they've taken him to rehab, and he has to help himself at this point. That's why I say responsibility and discipline. Even if you're not thinking of yourself, you have parents, you have siblings, you have friends, and you relating to these people with this your condition, because it's a disease, with this your condition, it's very unfair to people. You hurt people's feelings. I've personally had an experience with someone who was an addict, and this person kept treating me badly, talking to me badly, and I loved this person, not a relationship, it's someone close to me, like a friend, and you're like one of my closest friends, and you're talking to me badly, always screaming. We even did business together. That was why it really affected me. You're taking drugs and I don't even know. You're shouting, you're screaming, you're insulting me in public. You're like, you're a fool. You're like, for what? At some point, I had to like leave the business. And obviously, imagine putting so much effort in a business and you have to leave business because you can't work with someone, the effort, the money, the everything. So you just, at that point, what would you do? I was very down and it was very crazy. You hurt people around you and it hurts me, and that's why I said to like make a video on drug addiction this week. It's a very painful topic. Even if you're not thinking of yourself, think of your family. I know people like you, there are some people that have kids and everything, like recently someone died from this, a very popular person. I don't like mention like where she works or anything, but she's a celebrity kind of, and she died from this. drugs and everything. She couldn't even keep her hands down because she was injecting and all those things. Like, why get to that stage? Peer pressure from friends, from boyfriend. I dated someone some years back and he wanted me to smoke weed with him. Doesn't make sense. And if someone is telling your partner, whether a girl or a boy, telling you, let's do this, let's smoke, don't do it, because you both of you keep doing it casually, socially, before you know, in your room, you wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you want to do. I also know someone that if she wakes up in the morning, she must smoke weed. She'll go downstairs, sit down like a mad person. After she takes it, she'll come back to her normal self and acts like this is that's his dependent stage. She must wake up in the morning and go downstairs and Nigeria is actually making effort because marijuana is actually illegal in Nigeria. And but you know the country we are in now. I mean, they said, oh, it's medicinal, it's good for you and everything. But people are using it wrongly. So I kind of understand if it's illegal, to be honest. Anybody else come for me, come for me. This is my angle. Okay? Please, please, please. If there is a prescription for it, okay. But if you don't have, do they even have a prescription for it in Nigeria, people? I had an experience with like this drug that was good. I was really young, oh, and I remember it too. I was in so much pain and they gave me this, like it was a painkiller. Imagine an older person that has influence and then you go meet your doctor, just give me that drug. And then you start taking it. And then you get addicted to it. This one, everybody will have to all help ourselves. For those that have the opportunity to watch my video and you're taking drugs, this is just a quote for you. This is just God telling you. This is just you yourself also telling you, stop. These signs of addiction. You're neglecting your responsibilities. You know how these drugs take money now. And then you be like, this of my children's school fees. And then you buy it and say, I'll pay the children's school fees small. You're an addict. That's the beginning. Withdrawal symptoms, you're shifting away from people. Sometimes there is the other way around. You're overly dependent on people. Like loss of control, mental health disorder, depression. You just stay. If you take it, you're good. Immediately, the next thing, you're very down. You just have extreme mood swings. Before you know, you're easily irritated. Come on. Tobacco, before you know, cancer, sicknesses. This thing keeps taking your money. Because by the time the money to buy the drug, first of all, the money to treat yourself later. If you're in school, students, your education, you're going down your studies, employment issues, you're working with someone, you can't even relate with people at work because people don't even understand like what's going on. Even you're like, oh, they're always fighting you. But you yourself, you don't even know it's your fault. You're just angry. The next thing, come off from my front, the next thing you're jamming someone on the road. Like, come out. Putting yourself in unnecessary trouble. They calm me down. Later, when the effect has gone down, this life that we are in, this is like something actually like common. So I'm not trying to like bash anybody or anything. All I'm just saying is please, please, please make efforts. If you know you're an addict, go and seek help. Go to that rehab and please try your best. Think about people around you, people that love you. People love you so much. To be very honest, if you feel like, oh, nobody's there for you. I was watching a video online yesterday and this girl was like, what they were asking her, what do you wish for in life? She was like, oh, she wished like she had love, people that loved around her siblings, her parents. And then the interviewer asked her, who pays your school fees? Say, oh, my father, then SS2, my mother said paying. But you said nobody loves you. I say, and they don't love me, they just pay my fees. I kind of get the point that people don't know how to show love and everything. But always remember, they were there to still support you. You try your best and also like push love towards them. So don't say because of that you went to meet some friends and bad friends and then that's the people that love you and then you start, because these are like ways this thing starts. Okay, try your best. You say, oh, I didn't want to do it, but they pushed me to do it. Let nobody push you to do it. You're your own self. Like I always say, salvation is personal. If you're going to heaven, if you're going anywhere you're going to, would you carry all these people and go? This is not even about sin. No, this is just about like me just using this to just talk my talk. Talk to someone, see what I'm going through. I just want us to always like talk. Let's support each other. Let's make a best friend. Be desperate for better things and not for bad things. So look for helplines. We have counselors now. We have therapists as well. Okay guys, so I'm done with this topic. I just want everybody to live their life full with good health, with long life. The life expectancy in Nigeria is 60. I know it's not everybody that takes drugs. There's also like other issues that are also involved, but like let's try our best to fight this from this side as well. So please don't be a drug addict. You even say, oh, I do not even want to take this alcohol anymore. If your doctor gives you drugs in the hospital, immediately the timeline has finished for it to be done with, stop taking it. Don't grind it and put it in your food. May God bless you and help you and make you to move on, and may the name of God be glorified in your life. In the name of Jesus, amen. We're done with the topic of the week, the topic of the day. And moving on, our real talk time. Our real talk today is called One Drug Night. This is a very, very, very unfair story. And yeah, just watch. This week, she's someone that I feel like she's a very amazing person. One Drug Night is about this beautiful lady. She likes someone and she didn't know how to approach the person, because like usually these men, they come to approach her and she really liked them. Through Instagram, someone entered her DMs. She just looked at the person's page, saw this other person, her crush. She's like, oh, is my crush talking about me? Maybe he sent his friends. He slid into her DMs and they started talking. He was the one that wanted like something with her. She was disappointed, but she just said, oh, we can be friends. She didn't tell him about the other guy. They're friends for like almost like a year online. He comes to her town a lot, but they never just saw. And one time he's like, oh, let's see, are we going to hang out and everything? And he tells her that we can go to like a restaurant and chill, that he's lodged in so hotel, and go to his hotel. She's like, we're just friends, so don't forget, and I actually do not want anything with you, so I'm not going to go back to the hotel with you. She's like, oh, I really want you to come with me. He says it, and she's like, no, if not, then let's not have this this thing, because I don't want it to just be like, oh, I'm using you or stuff. He's like, okay, fine, come, let's just hang out. We've been friends for a while, so let's hang out. And they go out to this place where the downstairs is a restaurant, the upstairs is a bar. They had dinner. He was like, okay, let's go to the bar a bit. Like, okay, fine, no problem. Her house was just like 10 minutes away, so no biggie. It wasn't even that late, probably like 9-ish, like a lounge vibe. Now is where the mistake comes in. They order drinks, cocktails. I actually know the place they went to, and I've had their cocktails there, and it's mad. Oh my god. She leaves her drink and goes to pee. And when she comes back, she takes her drink like, oh, nothing there, but she feels a slight way. She's feeling a bit weird. She needs to go back to the restroom again. This was when she had already drank this drink that she left open with this boy. She goes back again, but this time she finishes her drink. And she comes back. She's telling him, oh, I want to go. And she sees another drink on the table. I didn't know like you wanted to go. I've already ordered another drink for you again. And she's like, let me just drink this drink, then I'll go home. And she drinks the second drink. She says from there, she knew where she was, but she didn't know what was happening to her. Everything was blurry. Her eyes were turning her. Obviously, her drink was drugged. She's like, oh, please take me home. He's like, my hotel is just this street. Let's just go there. She's like, no, I want to go home. He doesn't take her home. When she gets to her destination, like from the car, it's his hotel. At this point, she's not knowing. She's just following him because she's seeing the environment, but blurry. She knows she was not at home, but she didn't have strength to act. She didn't have strength to react. She was like, she was all dry. She wasn't able to like talk so much. She remembered herself that she was so tired and she went straight to the bathroom. She took off all her clothes and she just laid inside like a bathtub. Imagine a bathtub in a hotel that you don't know. You're just lying down there, and she just lay down there, and she couldn't even sleep. She was just there, and well, he came, he helped her up, took her to the bed, and had sex with her. She just laid on the bed there without her clothes, everything. Now, the next morning, this is where problems started. Though. The next morning, he wakes up like, go home, because he notices that she's very weak. Let me book an Uber for you. So now he's ready to book an Uber for her. On her way downstairs, she even threw up on the stairs. When she got outside, she still threw up inside the gutter. Well, she got home. Now this girl got home and she was sick. She was on the bed. Her tummy was paining her. Like, she felt like she was about to die from morning till like maybe evening. Like, she knew she was going, but she didn't have strength to pick up her phone. She just got strength all of a sudden and picked her phone. She wasn't still seeing clearly, and she picked her phone and called a friend to the hospital, and she was admitted in the hospital. They gave her drugs. She felt better. She was drugged because somebody wants to sleep with her. What I'm going to take from this is that this is not her fault at all, but don't leave your drink open when you are stepping out. Always carry your drink. Don't even cover it. Carry it or finish that drink. Hold that pee. You're not gonna die. Okay? I know they say holding your pee will kidney you, blah blah blah, but not in this case. Okay? If they order another one for you, say no 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 no. I don't want to drink again. I'm going home. Like, stand your ground. You're a babe. If the person say, but I paid, bring out your money, pay for it, leave. We all know what this is, and we know this is rape. So it's not acceptable. So we're down to the last section, and the last section is the trend alert. I thought about this and I was like, am I going to talk about Davido versus X? Because he's coming in hot on X, which was formerly Twitter. Or am I going to talk about the Edo governorship election, which had won already by the APC candidates? Or am I going to talk about Sophia Momodu and the new house? A lot going on online. I decided to talk about what is actually trending over the weekend. Bolivia and the guy who took her to a hotel in Abuja. This was a case of a girl tied up in a hotel and she was screaming, and someone came to her aid and helped her, and some men also came gathered and helped her. Thank God for the opportunity to be alive to see another day. Now, this guy, he doesn't even deserve for his name to be mentioned. He ties her up, tries to like go to her account somehow to get money from her account, and he finds out that she didn't even have money in her account, and he tied her up and he went to see a friend of his. I don't know what the plan was. I'm hearing ritualist and everything. I think this was just she met this guy on a site called Coded Sites or Codedruns. We don't know which of the sites, but I've heard of Codedruns before. So they met on that site. I don't think that's a site to meet someone, but I know that site, the one I know, is usually for like hookups. So even if she was going for hookup, because I'm going for hookup doesn't mean I should die. No. And because I'm saying this because I saw the video, like people are like blaming her. Some guys came for her online, and even in the video you could hear guys saying that you'll be following man, what you've gotten yourself into. They follow Yahoo boy. How will she know she's a Yahoo boy? Look at that boy. I mean, let's be honest, he doesn't look that bad. I'm not saying that people should do hookups, because to be honest, it doesn't empower you to that. Because I decide to do this does not give anybody a right to harm me. Stop blaming the victim, blame the criminal, and make sure he's not released. Doesn't matter. He even was saying that, did I harm her? Did I harm her? You tying already is you already hurting already. Like that slap, they would have showed that slap that they gave him. That slap no reach. They would have, instead of showing the girl naked, they would have tied up the guy back and showed him naked till the police comes to take him. Anyways, let me not be upset, let me not shout, let me relax. It is enough. There was this girl that was dating a guy for some years, and he still killed her, and then he was traveling internationally. To be honest, this life is very unfair. We just have to pray and be careful, be cautious. I mean, in a hotel, not even his house. How long will the money last? What will you use the money to do? To still come online on TikTok or what, and on Instagram and be showing off wealth that you can't use to do anything for your life. You can't use it to build house. Even if you buy car, it no go last. You have to continuously doing evil. When you stop, you run mad or you die, because you want to make quick. The more they work safe. Mentally stressing yourself, because you will never forget those bad things that you did. How come people say now lie? They remember. Even the simple way you talk to someone and you hurt someone's feelings, you see the pain. Talk less of hurting someone physically. For what reason? Women get strong mind. So if they start doing all these things to you, how would you do? Anyway, moving on. Movie recommendation. I'm recommending Dungeons and Dragons, the new one on Netflix, where you have the Bridgerton handsome guy. He wasn't the lead actor, but as I watched this movie, I was on the screen like this till the end. I was smiling. It was fun. So yeah, I'm recommending it. Please, guys, go ahead and watch it. And for my music recommendation, I think I'm going to recommend the whole Jiggy Forever album because it is giving. Young John is giving. Is giving. But I'm going to recommend one particular song which is stronger. I feel like recommending two. I mean, shout out to Young John on his store and shout out to Ashake on his store as well. And lastly, I'm shouting out to Dora Akunyili. Dora Ikem Akunyili. She was the Director General of NAVDAC. She's long past now. She died about 10 years ago in 2014. They even tried to kill her at some points where they say her Gilly saved her. But shout out to you, Ma. Your legacy will live forever. You were so amazing and you made a lot of efforts for drugs in Nigeria. And I know that some of those things that you did, the effect is still working now. Hope we have like more action women. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video as well. Thank you very much. Bye guys. See you next week for a very beautiful episode. Next week episode is gonna be a bang.